Hello guys, and welcome back to another video and another Sims 4 speed build, and today we are doing the colour block challenge. So as you can see, you can already see what colour we get picked. But I do use Will Decide to choose my colours, and I popped in all the colours that are in the Sims 4 and then just span that wheel. And as you can see, we got the colour green. Now I was hoping for anything but the colour green or yellow. I guess pink I could make work. But I chose to do a cute little suburban home. It will fit 2 Sims in. Well, it will sleep 2 Sims. And you've got a bedroom, a lounge, and a kitchen area, as well as a fairly big hallway. So yeah, that's how I planned this build. So my roofing was all over the place with this build, and in the end I came up with something like this. It is very mismatched, but it works. And I mean, I wanted this to be a quick build. I didn't want to spend ages on it. So yeah, it works, and I'm happy with it. So yeah. So I go with this mint green paneling, and I love this paneling anyway. And I love the fact that it's got the white on it, so it breaks it up a little bit. And then you see, I was going to do green and roof trims, and then I kind of cheated and went with the white because, you know, but my foundation was this like really murky green. It's the only one I could really find that had a decent green. And then I went through 1,000 different steps, and they were all like this really dark green. And in the end, I went with the ones, like the metal ones. I believe they're from Get to Work, in their minty green shade. Seemed to work better, and like then you also got the breakup of the black as well. I tried so hard to keep it all green, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to break it up with black and white. So you'll see all my doors and windows are from Strangerville. I love these doors and windows, and again I got a breakup with the white. I do, however, wish I could have used the smaller windows in a white. They would have looked so much better with this build, but you know, we have to stick to green. So yeah, I used green. But I feel like this house would have looked so much better if they were white, just to break it up a little bit, but you know, I wasn't allowed to do that. So yeah. So floor plan on the inside, the downstairs floor plan changed a heck of a lot. The upstairs didn't change. Once I had it fixed, it didn't change, but the downstairs changed quite a lot. And in the end, I just came up that we was gonna have a massive hallway, and then a lounge and a kitchen. I probably could have done something else, let's face it. But yeah, so that's how my floor plan went. And I went with these stairs because again I got a little bit of breakup with the lighter tone. So yeah. So for flooring, I went with this really dark green wood for most of the build, and then the kitchen I ended up going with these tiles that have like the little green diamonds in them. So initially I was going to do a huge kitchen diner and then have a little living room as you walk in the door, and I was like, you know what? As much as my house is very much like you walk in the door, you've got a tiny ass hallway, and then you walk straight into the living room. I was like, this is a Sims house, and I don't want my Sims house to look like my house, let's face it. So apparently I also changed the outside walls to these with the stone. I don't know why. Really don't know why. But I like it. So we'll go with it. I did use a lot of just plain walls in this house in the mint green. I must have had an obsession with mint green on this day. But it's just a shade of green, so we'll go with it. So you see I have blocked off the kitchen and the lounge, and you can see where my separate rooms are going to be. I then had the issue of finding doors and archways, and I think I did an archway into the kitchen. I know I did an archway from the kitchen to the lounge. So yeah, I wanted it to kind of be open plan, but not too open plan, if that made sense. And then for the kitchen, I used the Parenthood counters and appliances. I love these, and I just love that swatch in them. And I do put in like a little nook breakfast bar area, so that's where they can sit and they can eat their food and what have you. I couldn't fit a dining table in there, unfortunately. And I didn't really want to put the dining table in front of the front door. So they just end up with a little breakfast bar nook type thing. But it's somewhere for them to eat their food. I mean, there is only gonna be 2 Sims in this house, so it's not as if you need a big fancy dining table anyway. So yeah. So moving on to the lounge, and I really wanted to put a fireplace in, but the one green fireplace that I actually liked was not the right shade of green. And so there ended up just being no fireplace in this room. I did, however, put a TV in, and I did also put a desk in here, because maybe they don't have a study. Well, they don't have a study, but yeah, maybe they just thought, you know what, we have this little nook in this room, let's fill it. Let's fill it with something useful. So I do put a desk in there. It's not quite the right shade of green that I wanted, but it works. And then I give them a TV and a TV stand. Well, it ends up just being an end table, but a coffee table that I use as a TV stand, but it works. And then I use, what else do I use? I obviously put sofas and everything in there. I'm not going to be that mean to them. So you'll see I had so much trouble finding like a sofa set that I really liked. Like the one I love didn't have a matching chair, so I couldn't use that one. So I ended up going for these base game ones, which look really fancy. And I also forgot to put my cheats on at this point. So you'll see me put my cheats on. But yeah, so I put my cheats on so I could put the chair in where I wanted it. And I went with these lovely pieces from base game. I felt it was quite nice because they still bring in the wood from like the kitchen and the desk. And then I went with a tiny table as a coffee table. I ended up using like an ascent table, if that's how you pronounce it, as my coffee table. And then I think I put a plant on there and a rug in this room, and that's about it. So on to upstairs, and for the bathroom I used the mosaic tiles from I think Jungle Adventure. And then in the bedroom I used that like leafy toned wallpaper, I would say. So yeah, that's what I did. So I used this bed as well, in this really nice like leafy green swatch. I thought it kind of matched the wallpaper slightly. And then I decided I'm going to put a dresser in up against this wall, so as you walk in the door you've got your dresser, and I think I also put a mirror down here. I'm not sure, I can't remember whether I put a mirror or a plant. I know I put something in the corner next to the dresser, and I think that's about it. I also put a rug in. I also put 2 plant paintings in. I really wanted to like home in on the plant thing with this room. And then moving on to the bathroom, and I used the toilet, this like black with green accent toilet. I really like this toilet actually. I used to use this toilet all the time. Now I just don't. I use a tiny living one all the time. And then I use the same Parenthood sink that I used in the kitchen, and just a basic shower. And then I put in this little like stand type thing. Maybe it's where they hold all of their towels and their toiletries and stuff like that. And that's all I did for the bathroom. So yeah. So moving on to the hallway, and I put the same rug in that I've used throughout this house. I then put in a chair, and I put in a couple of bookcases as well. I thought maybe this could be like a little reading nook, maybe. It mainly did it so this room it didn't look so bare. And that's all I did to this room. And then on the outside, I didn't really do much. I popped in some fences, a little pathway to the door, and I put in this American birch tree. I love this tree. And then I popped some just greenery and some flowers underneath it. And that's about it. That's all I did to this house, guys. So, if you liked this video, click the thumbs up, comment down below, share and subscribe. I will be doing every colour that is in The Sims 4 at some point, so stay tuned for those, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye guys!